Faber has joined us here in our studios to talk about all of this. You studied this for a living. This worldwide situation, how much does this keep you up at night?
This is something that many people have been expecting and following. We know, or those who follow the U.S. housing market know, that so many of the mortgages that were made to people were packaged up by Wall Street and sold overseas. We're inextricably tied to the foreign markets. Many of their banks did the same bad things that our banks did, and they haven't been as quick to realize those losses ultimately. And in fact, many of those banks are in countries, Brian, that may not be able to withstand the same way we have trying to recapitalize those banks, essentially give them the money they need. They're simply not big enough. That's the main concern.
Now, what about this country? We have these two separate tracks. We got the stimulus package and we've got this bank bailout. What's the chance neither one is big enough?
We don't know on the stimulus. I mean, we're just going to be trying to guess there in terms of how quickly. You heard an economist in one of the earlier pieces talk about maybe job losses will slow by the end of the year. And yet Jim Owens, who runs Caterpillar, said he's going to lay off more people before he starts hiring. It's a guessing game at this point, but many people expect that ultimately it's going to have a positive effect. Whether it's big enough or too big, who knows? As for the financial side of this equation, you interviewed Tim Geithner, the Treasury Secretary, earlier this week. He didn't give you a great deal of detail, did he, on what they're planning? And that means that we really don't know how to judge it at all at this point, other than his telling us it's going to be big and it's going to work.
All right, David, thank you as always.